This meeting is going to be recorded and it will be posted to a public YouTube, so please follow the Kubernetes code of conduct and don't be a jerk. Welcome to Burndown, week 9. Today is June 4th, and to start it off, I will pass it over to Kendrick to give an update for enhancements.
Yeah, this is going to be pretty short. Everything's looking green on our end. So right now we are tracking 28. There's a +1 on there for the dynamic volume count that is waiting still for an exception to be approved or denied. Apologize for not being on the call yesterday. I know there was some potential talk about it, so I'll wait and kind of, Claire, let you take the lead on that to figure out if it's a thumbs up or thumbs down.
Yeah. So from yesterday's call, with that exception, they basically said that they were waiting for a final review from folks from SIG scheduling. And as the wonders of timing would have it, most of the folks from the SIG are on vacation, most of their reviewers, but it looks like we were able to rally a couple of folks to review, and it seems that they have some edits. And looking now at the PR, there is one job failing, so I might try to sync back with the folks who joined our Burndown call yesterday after this call to see what their confidence level is now with this issue. So we'll update folks after that.
Sounds good. Other than that, we're good. Enhancements is almost about ready to be complete for the cycle.
Cool. Thank you. All right. If there are no questions for enhancements, I will pass it over for CI signal.
So, good morning, everyone, or afternoon, evening. I don't know where you are at. So from yesterday, couple things cleaned up. Although the big issue right now is in master blocking, one of the 6 storage tests was the failure was related to a label for a certain metric being it was changed, and that caused troubles for one of the E2E tests that is currently being fixed, and it seems to be that's the only thing wrong in master blocking. Hopefully, it's gonna stay that way for hopefully that's gonna be resolved and master blocking is gonna stay relatively green till we have a new release. Master informing, it's getting better. So one of the kinder tests was resolved. This year conformance test, and they were moved. There was another C cluster lifecycle reboot test that was flaking. It's looking good now. So now the main issues from master informing seem to be related to core DNS and 6 scalability. So in the line of core DNS, we still have the two PRs open. There was some doubt about whether they were necessary, as there was a core DNS regression to a previous core DNS version, but the tests are still failing. So so probably these things still need to get merged, or something else needs to happen. We're gonna get in there, try to get some more insider knowledge to see what the best solutions are. Besides that, 6 scalability, there were 3 issues from them that we were tracking, and 2 of them got resolved, and some of the tests clear up. But now we have new failures for some of the reasons. So we need to open up a new issue, get the conversation rolling, and as soon as we have a story, I'll bring that back to you all. And other than that, that's it. So I guess the color for right now is yellow until we fix the issue with the 6 storage test in master blocking. And that's it for me. Anyone has any questions, comments, concerns?
Yeah, for the 6 storage one, it looks like that PR is only missing the 115 milestone. So I can add it to the 115 milestone, and then hopefully that'll get merged. And then for the two core DNS ones, one of them is on 115, 78302. The other one, 78033, is right now tagged for 116. Are both of those needing to be merged for 115? Because if so, I will go talk to SIG, one of the SIGs, about these core DNS ones to see why one is on 116.
I think definitely need to have a little bit more of a conversation, with them. So the one that is labeled for 116, I guess that is specific to kube-adm, and let me see if the kinder test is failing for that. I was checking just a little while ago, and all the GC ones are still failing. Yeah, so if 78 or 33 is a possible solution, then we need it back in the 115 milestone.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, we can talk offline then with some of the kube-adm folks. It sounds like they're the right people to connect on this one.
Yeah.
Cool. Thanks, George. Any other questions for CI Signal? All right, I will pass it over then to Nicholas for bug triage.
Hey, so of the 80 open PRs that we identified from last week, I think about 60 of them or so have been merged as of my last report. We're still reporting about 80 open PRs, so I'm going to track those down, see if my automation is correct, because that seems a bit high at this point. But we're looking pretty good from the amount of responses we're seeing from people. So everyone's been fairly responsive, and if they're not, we're punting their issue. So I'm still a yellow based on the number of open PRs, but we're looking good.
Cool. Thank you. Any questions for bug triage? All right, then I'll pass it over for test infra.
Hey everyone. So we had about 152 PRs merged since last 7 days and 8 PRs since yesterday. Test infra is healthy and everything seems green from that side. That's it.
Cool. If there are no questions for test infra, I will pass it over to docs.
Nothing, nothing today.
For docs?
I'm sorry, I thought you said Josh.
No, Barney or one of his shadows, if anyone from that team is on. Possibly not. I know they were tracking. It sounded like one open doc PR from yesterday, so I will try to follow up with them offline to see if they have any updates on that single missing PR. Cool. Then I can pass it over for release notes.
Yeah, we don't really have an update. I'm going to send out a message to SIG leads sometime this week just to let them know that the draft of the release notes is up, so we can hopefully get some feedback from everybody. And that's about it. I've done that.
Cool. Thanks, Lindsey.
Yep.
We can pass over for comms. Sure, like the general 115 retro or a more specific one? Okay, yeah, I will park that for the open discussion session. Cool. What color would you say comms is right now? Yellow. Cool. All right, I will pass it over to release branch management. Yang, if you're trying to speak, you might be muted or double muted. I am not hearing any audio. Okay, perhaps no update from branch management then, or I can't hear anything. So I might go to my update and then come back if we can get audio fixed. Cool. So from release lead, I will still leave yellow, given CI signal would like to see some of these different failures get cleaned up, especially some of these kube-adm ones, since I think the kube-adm informing jobs have been failing for a couple of weeks now. So would like to see those resolved. In terms of upcoming milestones, no changes from what I mentioned yesterday. Lots of activities happening as we're nearing the end of the release cycle. So get excited. Lots of milestones coming up. And for all the leads who are on, I did open an issue for assembling the 116 release team. If you haven't seen it, make sure to remember, I just put it into chat. Remember, once you figure out your succession plan, to note who's going to be succeeding you in that repo, so we can start the 116 release team PR. Yeah, that is my main update for the day. Any questions from anyone? Cool. Okay, and then looking at the 115 retro that George mentioned earlier. Yeah, I'm like nervous to do it when it's over KubeCon Shanghai, just in case we miss a lot of folks. And I know that there have been a couple of like community members not on the team who added items around the various like milestones. So I'd be nervous we'd miss folks doing it over KubeCon Shanghai. And I take it the following Thursday following the release is a bad day to pick. The 20th.
It's going to be really tricky this time around between KubeCon and 4th of July and North America folks who happen to take vacation around that. Like
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
we're
mean,
just going to have to make it happen somehow and know that it'll be partly reading what people commented in the doc versus having them all present probably.
Yeah. Do we know if we could do the 20th, Thursday, June 20th? That would be the Thursday following our slated release date. Okay. Then maybe we should plan to do Thursday the 20th. And Yeah. And then that failing, we do the 27th, because I would not be able to attend if we did it on the 4th. Cool. All right, then. I can pass it back to see if Yang is able to give an update for release branch management. I don't know if audio was fixed or not.
Yeah. So we have an upcoming beta 2 release cut on Wednesday. And I believe that's all.
Cool.
Any questions? Okay.
Cool. Thank you. Any other items anyone wants to discuss today? All right. If not, I think we can call it then. Happy Burndown. Happy Tuesday, everyone. Bye.